Well, good afternoon and welcome to a sun-drenched Belsley Park for today's Scottish Cup third round tie between Fraserburgh and Montrose. My name's Dave Edwards. It's my great delight to be your commentator this afternoon, and as my expert summariser I've got a man who's no stranger to all Broch fans. He played more games for Fraserburgh than anyone else in the club's history. Goalkeeper Billy Gordon. And now Billy, how many times have you played for the Broch? It's 700 plus.
Yeah, 721, Dave. Yep. So yeah, a lot of games, a lot of sore bones.
Over 24 seasons, Bill?
Yeah, 24 seasons. Latterly it was sporadic, but yeah.
1986 to 2010, and of those 720 games, almost 200 shutouts, I believe.
I believe so. I never counted them, but someone has been, and it's some of the stats are pretty decent. So yeah, can't complain.
Yeah. Billy, we're the lucky ones. We're in the ground here today at Belsley for the Scottish Cup tie, and it's set up for a cracking game. Having said that, I think Montrose must start as favourites, Bill, because they're sitting third in League One, and I was lucky enough to see them at Nairn County 10 days ago. They hammered Nairn County 7-1 and looked a very, very good side. They're fit, they're strong, and they've been playing football. Yeah,
Dave, yeah. They do look a decent side, and obviously because Fraserburgh lads haven't actually played a game since the Banks of D tie, obviously Montrose will start as favourites, and they are in a bit of good form. Looking at some of their previous games, they really look like a top outfit. Very big, strong, very fit, and they like to get the ball down and play. But so do the Fraserburgh guys. But the main, I think, the key here will be the guys are fit. The Fraserburgh lads are extremely fit. It just becomes down to that bit of match fitness. So they're going to have to stay in it in the early days, I think, and then take it from there.
Well, that game at Nairn, I think Montrose scored about the third minute. After 25 minutes, they were 3-0 up, and the game was virtually over. So the Broch really need to keep it tight early on, Billy.
Yeah, definitely. I did see a bit of the Nairn game, and it's the game's really done. If you're losing goals as early as that, then you're really just trying to maintain a bit of pride at that point. So, I mean, hopefully the Fraserburgh lads are well capable of challenging these guys for the full duration. I think start is key. Got to get off to a good start. Got to get in their faces. Start with a high press and didn't allow them to play. Maybe unsettle them. It's a tight pitch here. A lot of people don't like coming here. So, yeah, I think that's what they'll have to do.
Bit of a drawback, there's no fans because it's an intimidating place, Belsley Park, with a full crowd in the Scottish Cup.
Listen, this today, the kind of day it is, you'd be looking 1,500, 2,000 plus in here, and the guys at the front of the stand are people speak about 12th men. They are that. There's been some fantastic efforts here. The guys here have dragged you through the front of the stand. Just total backing, and so yeah, a massive miss for the guys, definitely.
Let's paint the scene, Billy. The pitch is excellent. Pitch looks really good. The sunshine is bright. Maybe not want to play up the hill well, maybe you do want to play up the hill, because the Broch will want to, I imagine, play up the hill in the first half, because they prefer to play down towards the town in the second half.
Yeah, it's the weather's perfect. Maybe, to be honest with you, it's maybe not in their favour, because with a bit of wind, it's generally what we see going down the way. So yeah, the guys, as normal as you said, would play up the hill and then go in the second half down the hill, which is always gives us a fair impetus to go that way. So yeah, I think that'll be the way they'll go with it.
And of course, if the Broch do that, the sun will be in Paul Leith's eyes. You were never great wearer of a bonnet, Billy, were you?
No, I never ever believed in them. But to be honest with you, when the ball's in there, it doesn't really help you that much. It's only when it's in ground level. But to be perfectly off, at the minute, at sun at this time of the year, they want to really affect the guys. It will come from behind the clinic end, and probably by kick-off time, it probably want to be that. Very rarely does the sun affect you here directly, in any shape here, unless it's coming through, like just now it will be quite a high sun over the clinic, so it wouldn't really affect either of the goalkeepers, I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah. Okay, Bill. Shall we run through the teams? Firstly, we'll go with the visitors. Montrose in goal. Number 1, Aaron Lennox, the Australian. Number 2, Cammy Ballantyne. Number 3, Andrew Steeves. Number 5, Kerr Waddle. Number 6, Terry Masson. Number 7, Graham Webster. Number 8, Paul Watson. Number 10, Russell McLean. Number 11, Lewis Milne. Number 14, Sean Dillon. And number 20, Chris Mochray. On the bench for Montrose this afternoon, number 4, Matty Allen. Number 9, Lewis Hawke. Number 15, Ross Campbell. Number 16, Craig Johnston. Number 17, Aidan Quinn. Number 19, Liam Callaghan. Number 20, Cammy F. Ballantyne. 2 Cammy Ballantines in their squad, of course. Number 23, Martin Rennie. And number 1, substitute keeper, Alan Fleming. As for the Broch, lining up with number 1, Paul Leask, the man who succeeded Billy Gordon all those years ago here at Belsley. Number 2, Owen Cairns. Number 3, Brian Hay. Number 4, Ryan Cowie. Number 5, Kieran Simpson. Number 6, Grant Campbell. Number 7, Jamie Beagrie. Number 8, Captain Ole West. Number 9, Gary Harris. Number 10, Paul Young. Number 11, Scott Barber. Subs for the Broch this afternoon. Number 12, Aidan Combe. Number 14, Paul Campbell. Number 16, Lewis Davidson. Number 16, Ryan Sargent. Number 17, Sean Butcher. Number 18, Connor Grant. Number 19, Lewis Duncan. Number 20, Scott Henry. And substitute goalkeeper, number 21, Eddie Flynn. Our referee this afternoon is Grant Irwin, and he's assisted by Craig Ferguson and David Dunn. I would say right away, Billy, it's a very strong Broch outfit and a very strong bench for the Broch.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's available. Looking at that, the boost that Jamie Beagrie is obviously his work commitments can't keep him out periodically, but he's here today, and he'll be a massive influence on this game today. So yeah, it's about as strong as outfit as they've got there. So all set up for them to give it a right go.
Bit of surprise, maybe Lewis Duncan on the bench. Gary Harris starting. Gary's just come back from injury, but maybe he's a goal scorer, and maybe that's why Mark Cowie's put him in today.
Yeah, I'm really pleased for Gary. Gary's had a torrid time with injuries the last couple of years, and I witnessed firsthand the rehab that he went through to get himself back fit. And he was out. He wasn't part of the squad, but he was turning up every other training session to be part of the guys, and he did his rehab with the guys, and Sarah did a lot of rehab with him when we were here at that time. So he's worked extremely hard, and I'm really pleased to see that he's back getting a starting berth, because he's a top lad, as you say. He's a goal scorer. Yeah,
and for Montrose, they've mixed up a little bit. A couple of changes, or 1 or 2 changes from the Nairn County game. The keeper Aaron Lennox, who played last week when they beat his 5-3-0 at home, I think it was Tuesday night, he retains his place. And the man who scored a hat-trick, Craig Johnson, at Nairn County, he's only got a place on the bench, and he's a decent player. Yeah,
I would think, not knowing overly much about the Montrose guys, but I would suggest, because they're on a heavy schedule just now, and I would guess that Stuart Peaty's maybe just mixing it up a bit to give fresh legs in there. The goalkeeping situation is an interesting one. Alan Fleming, I believe, is a bit of a fan's favourite there, and he's been there for a while. So Aaron Lennox taking over, he seems to have played the last few games and done extremely well. So yeah.
Yeah, well, the Broch are out, and here's Montrose coming out as well. All set for a cracking Scottish Cup tie. And of course the winners today, and it'll be played to finish with extra time and penalties if needed. The winners today will go into the round of the last 16, Billy. And Broch played Rangers only a couple of years ago.
Yeah, a couple of years ago I was involved in any of that, but they did fantastic, and had an amazing experience here that night. I was here that night, and it was just fantastic to see. I mean, Alfredo Morelos he didn't play that night, but he was part of the squad. It came up with Rangers, but it was Fraserburgh guys gave him a right good game, and that game was live on television as well. So it's what it's all about for part-time players, and that's what these guys will be speaking about before the game started.
Yeah. There's Tony Bullock, the goalkeeping coach for Montrose, taking his seat, and one of his old teammates at Ross County sitting right behind him, Mark Perry. I don't know if Tony can hear us here. No, I don't think he does, but one of his old teammates, Mark Perry, sitting right behind him. There we go. 2 county legends get together at socially distance, of course. They're about to kick off, and the Broch have got their wish. They won the toss, and the Broch are kicking up the hill in the first half there. So Montrose kick off. Ball played wide to Graham Webster, but the Broch gained possession. Nice little ball there from Beagrie. Scott Barber. That's an easy one for keeper Aaron Lennox. But Brock showed a bit of intent there, Billy.
Yeah, a good start. Good start. It's the way you want to go is don't allow them out and get into the top of them.
And clearing from Lennox, looking for McLean, former Peterhead striker, of course. I imagine he's probably the tallest striker in Scottish football, Russell McLean. Cammy Valentine crosses it in, but well cleared there. Paul Watson plays it wide to Andrew Steeves. Bit of possession for Montrose now, early on. We have a chance here. Oh, and it's in! That's the opener for Montrose. Let's see who it is, Billy. Did you pick out who it was? Well, that's the start the Brock didn't want. It's Chris Mockery with just a minute on the clock. Brock one down after only 60 seconds. That's a blow. Yeah,
Dave, it's what we're talking about. It's just the start you don't want. I guess the next 10-15 is crucial that they stick in this.
It's going to be very important for the Brock just to sit in from now and just get back into the game. Yeah, well, that's Mark Cowie's team talk out the window, possibly, is it? Chance for Barber here, though. Looking for Harris, but it's picked out. Lewis Milne, who was, for me, the man of the match, although he didn't score the hat-trick at Nairn, but I thought Lewis Milne was the best player on the pitch that night for Montrose against Nairn 10 days ago. Unfortunately, Paul Lee's first touch the ball's picking out the back of the net, Billy. Never a good one.
No, it's not. You as a goalkeeper, you like to get an early touch and feel your way into the game, but no, it's not. It's not a good start.
Still, if you lose a goal in the first minute, it gives you 89 to peg them back, Billy. You have plenty of time on your side.
That's the positive side.
Yeah, let's be positive for the Brock. Sick. Good ball in there. Chance for Owen Cairns. Somebody got a foot on that one. It was behind a post. I didn't see, but it was turned past for a goal kick. I thought it was maybe Jamie Beagrie got a foot on that one. It's a good ball played down the flank. McLean's not going to pick up that one, no. So it says we assume the Brock with two up front.
Yeah,
Gary Harrison.
Looking at that, it's the playing with three at the back. Willie's on the left side, Kieran through, and Brian on the right. So pushing Ryan and Owen Kieran's on.
Brock looking for a free kick there, but none coming.
I think I'd like at that situation, Dave, there is the goalkeeper to press the goalkeeper when the balls are played back.
Yeah. No, he was able to clear his lines very safely there, Bill.
Yep.
Nice little play by Paul Young, but it's going to run out. Oh no, thought it was going to run out for a goal kick, but kept in. We have chance for Barber here. Knocks it back to Cowie. That's a goal kick. Bit better from the Brock, Bill.
Yeah, good play. They've come back well for that setback. It doesn't seem to faze them, so hopefully we get a bit more on the front foot.
His big keeper is Aaron Lennox, and ex-Aberdeen, of course.
Yeah,
the big keeper.
He's a big lad. He's got a good stature for a goalkeeper.
Willie West playing deeper than I anticipated, Billy.
Yeah, it looks he's in the three. He looks at the left side with Kieran and Brian. So I didn't expect to see him in the middle of the park. He hasn't got the legs for that these days.
No.
But
We did think he might have been up top, actually.
yeah, he maybe will be there before the end of the game. But fantastic servant.
Yeah, great servant to Brockley West.
I think he's playing every position. He's pretty much, apart from being in goal,
In goal, I think he's
every
played
position.
everywhere else. Yeah, you're right, Bill. Nice. Cairns finds Harris. There's no got the legs to take him on. Cairns seemed to be held, but he's made ground, the former Strathspey Thistle fullback.
Yeah, he's been a real find, Dave. I didn't ever work with Owen, but he's
Oh, I liked him when he was a kid at Fort William, Billy. Oh, it's a corner kick. Corner for the Brock.
he's got real good energy. He gets himself up and down the pitch.
Yeah, I think he made his debut for Fort William as a 16-year-old. He looked about 10. So would you expect Cowie to take the corners, all the set balls?
Yeah, Ryan has got an excellent delivery from the left side. Predominantly he does most, but if he catches him right, it's reminiscent of Michael Stephen. Wicked to defend if he can get this swung in.
There we go. All the big men are up. Oh, and the keeper did very well to keep that from going in.
Yep.
That was, you're right about the delivery, Billy.
Yeah,
that was going in.
He's got a wicked delivery. Extremely difficult to defend.
Is it going to be a high one this time or another low near post effort? Low near post again. Keeper again punches it out for a corner. Well, when I was a kid, three corners in a row you got a penalty, Billy, but
yeah, I'd like to see Ryan mix this up a bit now. We went to it at the near post. Maybe try and pick out some of the.
Keeper did well actually, both times. Ah, you're right, back post. Big McLean wins that one. Grant Campbell's ball easily cleared by. It was also McLean again, back helping out his defenders. Cowie with the throw, but it doesn't find a Brock attacker, but he did well. Grant Campbell half won the ball. Kieran Simpson clears out. Kieran Simpson, whose father, of course, a Peterhead legend, Mark Simpson.
Yeah, Kieran's another young lad. He came in, and for one so young, he's talking is unbelievable for one so young. You get experienced players don't talk. He is one exceptional talent. A lot of high hopes for.
Yep.
He's also a bit like his father.
Oh, McLean coming into the box here. Chance, and well saved by Paul Leask with his legs. That was a chance.
Yep. Paul did well there. Yeah, Kieran's he's a bit like his father in terms he hasn't got that much pace, but no one, you never see anyone run away from him.
No. Well, Mark Simpson used to read the game so well, Billy.
Yeah.
You'd some real battles with him, Fraserburgh.
Absolutely.
Peterhead.
Absolutely.
Christmas Derby. Deep ball. Lee scored a fist to it. Out to Graham Webster. Chance for a shot. Needs the Brock defenders to close him down, which they did successfully. That's a great ball. That's offside though, I think. Yep. Graham Webster strolling offside there.
Yeah, it was good. The guys, balls played back out and they managed to get out and press, not allowing a free shot goal.
There you go, Billy. Referee and linesman in red, Paul Leask in red.
Yeah. Well,
sometimes they may have changed their jumper, don't they?
Don't get me started on that one. The amount of times you see this clash, you have to change shirts. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, Harris trying to get in there. Little nudge in the back there, but referee waves play on. Montrose defender not particularly happy with that one.
See, that's why I'd like to see Scott Barber go and put the goalkeeper under a bit of pressure, maybe force a mistake there.
Well, he's eminently capable of doing that, is Mr. Barber. He's a dangerous, dangerous player, Barber, isn't he?
Oh, he's fantastic. I mean, what a goal scorer. Really, for one so small, he's so strong. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Montrose breaking. Expect Brian Hay to win this one, and he does. Plays it back to Paul Leask. Brock beginning to get their tackles in now, Billy.
Yeah, they're getting competitive. That goal it stung them, but they seem to have recovered well. And I guess Mark will be happy with the recovery from the goal.
It's strange looking across and seeing three folk in a dugout.
It is.
There's a few heads popping over the top of the wall or below, so with steps.
Yeah.
Step ladders there, getting a good view. A few at that end as well. Kids sitting in the wall. Nice, well closed down there by Ryan Cowie. Won by Willie West. No, West appealing for a foul, but Russell McLean comes forward. Shots blocked. Paul Young played it forward, but it's Montrose on the ascendancy again. We push in the back of McLean there, but the Brock are away with that one. Perhaps a wee bit bobbly, Billy, isn't it?
It does look a bit. It looks good from here, but it's getting to that time of the year again. There's been a lot of football played on it, but it's drying out.
Yeah, it's been fairly dry since Wednesday, isn't it? The Brock need to keep in this game, Billy. You can keep it to 1-0 at half time and then build on that after the break.
Yeah, key not to lose another one.
Yeah.
And then it becomes extremely difficult.
He's a shouter, is Aaron Lennox. We can hear him from here, can't we?
He's vocal. He's definitely vocal, which is good. Keeps your concentration levels up, even if you're not in the game. I used to find a lot of the players, guys like Russell Bry, would turn and tell you they didn't listen to you anyway. But it's irrelevant to you.
I know you're there.
It keeps your concentration levels going, and when they need to listen, they do. So yeah.
That was going straight up there, but McLean at about, he must be about 6'6", a big striker. He was winning that one.
He's a big lad.
I think Brock played one friendly, maybe a friendly against Keith. I think Billy, and that's all.
Yeah, I think they had that, and I think they had a bounce game last weekend between themselves.
That's about it.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, I think, which is not ideal. It's because the match fitness is the one that.
Won by Willie West there.
You need that.
Picks out Gary Harron. That is a foul. The referee waving a good play on there. The ball overruns Paul Young. It bobbles a little bit. There we go then. Ryan Cowie. What can he do? Can he set up Barber? Does. Scott Barber looking for a cross in. Barber will beat him again. He'll try and beat him again, I'm sure. Oh, fancy stuff there, Bill.
Good work for Scott.
Corner. I think the Brock are winning corners, Billy.
Yeah. It's just making one of these count.
Brian Hay coming up. Brian's good in the air.
Yeah. Mark organises his set plays. Is always well organised. They've always got a few different regimes up their sleeve.
Yeah. That one lands on the
good.
roof of the net. That's the commentator's curse. Curse the commentator, Bill.
Praising his delivery. He goes and does that.
two balls in the pitch now. There we go. Go slamming it in the net, Scotty. So 15 minutes gone. It's still Fraserburgh 0, Montrose 1. That first minute goal by Chris Mockery.
Yeah, I think apart from the goal, Mark would be quite pleased at how the game's played out. So they created an awful lot of chances, but we've
nothing between them really.
no, there isn't. But Montrose look extremely dangerous.
They're very well organised as well, Billy, aren't they?
Very physical side.
Of course, they play on a plastic pitch at Links Park, so that's a pretty barber slip there. He had the beating. The big number 5, Kerr Waddle, who's going down. I think he maybe went over his ankle. Maybe the big man there, big centre half.
Yeah, there's one thing about Montrose. They take no chances back there. It's just put into safety.
Yep. That's a secret, Billy. Clear your lines at all costs.
Yeah, that's what old Gaffer Charlie used to say. He says no one ever scored from a byline, so put it out there, and then if there's any argument to be done, have the argument after that. And that's pretty simple, connects.
Simple but safe and sound.
Effective, yeah.
Yeah. McLean caught in possession there. I think that was a foul on Barber. Yes, the referee's given a throw in. Barber's right in the thick of the action, looking for a penalty. It is a penalty for Fraserburgh. Barber shot from very close to number 2, Cammy Ballantyne. The referee said it's handball, but I don't think there's much the Montrose player could have done about that.
I think that's extremely harsh. We've got a good view of that, actually. I mean, there's not a lot you can do about it.
Tony Bullock, the goalkeeping coach, voicing his opinion as well. I thought it was very harsh. It didn't look like a penalty. It was driven at the player from about 2 yards, and yes, it hit his hand, but was it ball to hand or hand to ball, Billy?
It certainly wasn't deliberate, for sure.
Big chance for Gary Harris and Fraserburgh to level the scoring. Harris steps up and he scores! Gary Harris levels after 18 minutes. It's now Fraserburgh 1, Montrose 1.
Yeah, they'll take it. Very fortunate, I have to say, but they've battled well since the first minute goal. That's him back in the game now. Can maybe build from there.
Yeah. Whether it was handball or not, Harris stepped up and he slammed it home for the equaliser.
Yeah, Gary's record on pens is pretty good. There was a spell a couple of years ago through some horrific penalty misses. I think everyone in the team was going through it. It was just one of these spells you get when you can't. But again, Gary obviously was injured at that point, but yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Billy, is that the sort of penalty you would feel aggrieved it was given against you?
Oh, 100%. I think it's harsh and extreme. Obviously, Montrose are not very. They don't agree with it, and I tend to sympathise with them there.
The hand off as well.
Yeah, it's how this game can turn. Suddenly it's looking good for them, and then you lose a player, you've lost a goal, and the onus is back on Montrose to make the play again.
Yeah. Well, Kerr Waddle off for treatment. Not looking very happy. I wonder if he's coming back on, Billy. Substitution, I think, for Montrose. I think it is Kerr Waddle going off.
Yeah, that's who it is, Dave.
As the play goes on at the far end. Montrose looking for a handball at the other end. Referee this time keeps his whistle in his mouth, doesn't give anything. Well, that maybe would.
You would have to say that it's a similar incident, different outcome. But no, it's good. It's got a bit of fire into the game now. That'll suit Fraserburgh.
Yeah, I think Montrose are a wee bit rattled there. And having lost a big centre half, the substitution is about to be made. Who's this coming on then? Haven't seen his number yet, Billy. We don't recognise them just by looking at him. He's obviously a big defender anyway. He's got Scott Barber's number. It's number 17. It's Aidan Quinn. Yeah, Aidan Quinn. 20 minutes. He's a big laddie as well.
They are. They've got real good height around their team. They're very.
And that was a foul. I thought that he was climbing all over Harris there. The referee decided not to give that one.
Gary,
good play. Good play. On the right from the Broch. Good ball across. Chance for Cowie. And it's a goal! It's Scott Barber. Scott Barber turns it in from 6 yards in the 22nd minute. 2 goals in 4 minutes for Fraserburgh.
Brilliant. That's Scott at his best, just on the end of it. The game's just flipped. Montrose are clearly aggrieved about the 2 penalty decisions, one that went against them and the other one didn't go for them. So, lads are doing well.
You're right, Billy. Montrose are a wee bit rattled. They're not happy.
Yeah, they need to get their discipline back. They seem to have lost it from being a very comfortable position.
They're cruising at 1-0, Billy, really. With 23 minutes in the clock, it's Fraserburgh 2, Montrose 1. That's what Barber does best, isn't it? Pouncing inside 6 yards.
He's just a goal scorer. That's Fraserburgh. It's 2 goals for their main goals. For their main strikers, that's what they give you.
Ooh.
But when I say that Montrose have got some height in their team, the way that Gary, Harris and Scott play, that'll get under their skin.
Harris wins it again, goes for a walk on the right, takes it up the corner. It's going to be a corner. No, it isn't. Montrose defender did really well there. But they are rattled, Billy.
Yep, definitely. It's again, Mark would have wanted that from the get-go, but obviously the goal changed that. But fantastic recovery for Fraserburgh.
This is what cup tie football is all about, though, Billy. You just don't know. You never know. Well, the Broch have got their nose in front. Let's see if they can sit in now and keep that lead for a period of time. Midway through the first half, and it is really an excellent cup tie. Play going from end to end.
Yeah, I think
a real poacher's instinct for Barber there, Billy, wasn't it? Because it was only half a chance.
I don't know if Ryan got a great connection on it, but he just put it back into a dangerous area, and Scott's just anticipated where it's going to go, and he gets on the end of it. As I say, all good goal scorers know where to be at the right times.
Yeah. There we go, the ball being played forward again. Should be the keepers, you would think. The referee said, the linesman said, was that offside, Bill?
Yeah, it's this rule about not putting the flag up until
the ball's touched.
You play the ball, and it's for me, it's going to cause someone to get a real injury one day.
That would have infuriated me as well, Bill, in my day. That was a foul. Yeah.
Might need to apologise for some of the background noise.
Industrial language, I think we call it. Do
from
we,
the Montrose staff. That normally comes from me.
Yeah. Industrial language. Language of the dressing room, as it once called. The Montrose coaching team telling the referee what they think of him.
Unfortunately, you can't send them to the stand because they're already in it.
They're already in the stand, yeah, but it could get a booking though, of course, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's a good knock on there. Ooh, he just couldn't get his foot round at that time, Billy.
Yeah, it was another chance. He managed to get hook across, he could have took it back across the goalkeeper, but he just didn't quite get enough on it.
Yeah. Gary Harris from Fogey, of course, the village of Aberhurder. He's been one or two clubs now, Gary Harrison. He started at Isle of Vale, and then he went to Keith, wasn't it? And then Turriff.
Yeah, I first played against Gary when he was at Keith, I think it was. But yeah, he's been Turriff.
Oh, good turn by McLean. Big chance here. And good play by
Excellent
Simpson.
defending. Excellent defending by Kieran there.
Yeah. This is where the Brock have got to be very vigilant by the set pieces. The big men coming up, and there's a lot of them. Not a great amount of height in the Brock defence there. Whoa, a good header there. There's McLean, got his head to it, and it flew over the crossbar.
I think the guys did well there. They just got across him and just made it awkward for him. Nothing Paul could come for there. It was whipped in. It was good delivery.
You have to watch for that later on. I think Montrose will be playing more balls like that into the box with the big men coming up. I was talking to Gary Harris's dad, Stuart Harris, earlier in the week. He's going to be paying his £10 for pay-per-view, so it's a big shout out to Stuart Harris and Fogey this afternoon.
Yeah, well he'll be pleased. Gary's got on the score sheet.
I'm sure he is. And I'll give a shout out to David Mackay, the big Montrose fan I used to work with, who gave me lots of information on the Montrose players. And Billy, I'm sure you're pleased with that. Some of the information, some of the Montrose players that David Mackay gave us. So hello to you this afternoon, David. You'll not be a happy man at the moment, I'm sure. It's a good ball by Campbell.
Yeah, just too much on it. I like to see that ball's played more straighter and top of the goalkeeper and have the guys coming in the end of it.
Yep.
Because a slight challenge or a flick on and the goalkeeper's then going to be asked a question.
Yeah. And a score flash coming in from my old colleague John Innes there, who's here on duty for the Sunday Post today. His Brora Rangers are 1-0 up against Stranraer, so the Catacks doing brilliantly as they did last week against Hearts and continuing this afternoon at Dudgeon Park against Stranraer. Great win for Brora, that, Billy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a monumental result that. To take a championship side has been playing since August, week in, week out. And the Brora lads, but like the Fraserburgh here, it's testimony to the fitness of the Highland League players.
Yeah.
How they're managing to compete there, but that was nothing short of phenomenal.
Yeah. We'll try and keep you in tow of how the other Highland League teams are doing. Of course, for Martin United, playing Motherwell, Premier League Motherwell this afternoon at North Lodge Park. We'll try and keep you up to date with what's happening in his goal scoring there. Long ball forward there. Bigrey just misses out, and it's played wide for Andrew Steeves, looking for Big McLean, and he picks him out. Oh, nice play, lovely play there by Cammy Bannatyne. Half chance. Oh, I think the keeper should have shouted there, Billy. That was a dangerous foot up. Referees let it go, but it looked like a dangerous ball, a dangerous foot up there. It's just by Paul Leask. Paul Leask drops it, but gathers it at the second attempt.
You done well there, Paul. There's a lot of pressure on.
Under a lot of pressure. I think he's okay, but he was under a lot of pressure. Big McLean is causing all sorts of problems up there, Billy.
Yeah, they're a handful when they get balls in the box.
Yeah, Paul Young looking for Cowie, but it's picked out. Picked out by Cammy Valentine. Played to McLean. Montrose looking dangerous. Still coming forward. Lewis Milne to Ballantyne. Ballantyne's in a lot of the play at the moment. Half chance here. Oh, and it's in, it's in. It's the equaliser for Montrose. And it's Graham Webster, a goal out of nothing, Billy.
Yeah, that will stem from Paul Young in the middle of the pitch, giving a pass away under no pressure and never really recovered from that, and that's the net result. Very, very, very careless.
Good play by Graham Webster there. In the 31st minute, the equaliser coming from Webster. Now Fraserburgh 2, Montrose 2, and the game Fat is back in the fire. 4 goals in the first half. What more can we want for, Billy?
Yeah, it's been a cracking first half, to say.
End to end.
31 minutes. It's good.
End to end stuff.
Mark will be disappointed with the 2 goals that Fraserburgh have lost, particularly that second one.
Yeah, and that was out of nothing really. Just a stab home from 6 yards, and not much Baldies could do about that one. I would suggest Montrose needed that equaliser, Billy. Maybe set one down.
Yeah, it's back in the fire again, because they were
Bar in the thick of it, looking for somebody wide. He finds Cowie. No, it's Paul Young. It's Willie West. Oh, dangerous boot there. Been playing at a hell of a pace, Billy.
Yeah, it's got a feel of a game. I don't think we've seen the last goal. I think there's a few more to come.
There is more goals on this one for sure. That's one way to clear your lines. Of course, I noticed that Montrose have got Cammy Ballantyne playing, and on the bench a Cammy F. Ballantyne.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Confusion reigns.
Must be difficult.
West trying to pick out Barber, but intercepted this time.
Yeah, Scott Barber's a real handful for them. It can often be difficult for tall defenders to deal with little guys like him, and as I said, he's extremely strong.
Yep.
He's definitely the outlet.
Tall defenders don't really like playing against little forwards, do they?
No, they often say that. Michael Russell used to say that. He's like, you prefer to play against big guys because you know what you're dealing with. You can time your head up. Small guys in at the feet, it's difficult because you can't get round about them.
Point in question, a player you know, Balby.
Yeah.
Ian Murray.
He's similar stature, Scott. Similar stature. So yeah, he was.
They're just in about your feet, aren't they?
Yeah, and difficult to defend.
Montrose looking for the corner, but it's a throw into Fraserburgh. It's not. It's a throw into Montrose. Can't quite see down that far end there. It's a big ball in again, and just missed out McLean. That one is a corner. 10 minutes to half time, Billy. I think the Brock will do well. Keep it 2-2 at half time.
Yeah, I think they need to just weather this storm a bit. It's pressure's rampant again.
It's been a quick first half, hasn't it? It seemed like a quick first half. Oh, that's just cleared off the line. His own Cairns got his leg to that one to clear it off the line.
Well there, Owen.
That's the secret, Billy. A defender on each post.
It was always for me, but the modern game seems to have changed that slightly. With people off the post and don't defend it. But I'm sorry, I'm old school, so I would still have 2 on each post. Yeah, sorry, 1 on each post.
Yeah. There we go. Big deep ball again. This time it's Campbell, I think, was it? Grant Campbell knocks it for another corner.
Yeah, there's a lot of good deliveries going in there, and it's extremely difficult for Paul to get himself out there. There's a lot of bodies in there.
There is. Not just McLean. Big Quinn's in there as well, and a lot of bodies. can see why they're doing so well in League One, Billy.
Yes, they're a good side. They're a good side.
Well, here you go, Bill. Could this go all the way to extra time and even penalties?
Well,
could do.
It's got that feel. It's nip and tuck.
Definitely more goals in it for sure, I think.
I'm sure nerves could take penalties, but.
All the action over on the stand side here for the moment. Update from the other scores. It's for Martin 0, Motherwell 1. Is it Brora up 1-0 or Brora again 1-0, John?
Brora up 1-0.
Brora's up 1-0, okay, fine. I thought there was an error there, but it's Brora up 1-0 against Ranrar, and Motherwell beating for Martin United North Lodge 1-0. Here, after 36 minutes, it's Fraserburgh 2, Montrose 2 in a real cracking Scottish Cup tie. No quarter asked or given in this one. Montrose playing the long ball, Billy, aren't they?
Yeah, they're mixing it up.
Good play by Milne. Lewis Milne looking to hit it, I think. Trying to get it onto his right foot. A chance here. Oh, brilliant save. Brilliant save. Turned in by Mockery, and Paul Leash diving to his left to pull off a tremendous save, Billy.
Yeah, good save. Excellent. He was left a bit exposed there.
This moustache, I've had it ever since. One bearded goalkeeper from my dim and distant past when I was a kid, a guy called Charlie Gray for Rothes, who later played. Charlie went to, was it Forest? Charlie Gray?
Charlie Gray played here.
Charlie Gray played here as well, did he?
But
Yeah.
When I was extremely young, when I was watching.
His
Charlie
brother
played
Gavin.
here. Yeah.
Ball in. Chance. Kieran Simpson couldn't get his outstretched foot to that, but yeah, Charlie Gray with the beard and his brother Gavin.
Yeah, I don't know how long Charlie was here for, but I certainly remember him when I was a youngster.
Yeah. Not many bearded keepers. Yeah, we've got two today, and Montrose keeper's got a beard as well. I think that was a foul by McLean. It was fairly obvious, that one on Grant Campbell. Grant Campbell from Wick, of course, originally. Started his career with Wick Academy, then went to Cove Rangers.
Never worked with Grant at all, but yeah, the guy's got a lot of time, so he's an excellent guy and good competitor as well.
Yeah, good player. A tax consultant, if I remember rightly, Grant Campbell.
Right, oh well, we've all got our down
You want to keep on the right side of him. Played back in. Head tennis at the moment. Chance here though. Whoa! Oh, it's worth a shot. Worth a try from Paul Young. It could have dipped.
Yeah, just didn't get enough dip on it.
5 minutes to the break. Nothing between the two teams. Fraserburgh 2, Montrose 2. Looking for Big McLean again. He's won most of them in the air there, but that time Grant Campbell got it. Hello, hello, hello. What's this? Ooh, it's in the thick of that. Billy, I've got a pole between me and the action.
Yeah,
did you see that?
I did, and it was a late challenge.
Challenged by Montrose player.
He was high.
It's on Grant Campbell. Campbell is down.
Yeah.
Referee having a word, is he?
I think there was any
No
there's
intent.
no malice in there, but he was certainly late.
Oh, he's taking a yellow card out for number 8. Paul Watson. Paul Watson picking up the yellow card for that challenge on Grant Campbell.
Yeah, Grant took a sore one there.
There's a name from the past as well, Paul Watson. You remember Paul Watson, the referee from the Sturlick, Billy?
Yeah, another guy with a beard.
Another guy with a beard, yes. That's right. Conversations all about beards for the last 5 minutes. If I remember rightly, Paul Watson was a teacher. He taught at Banff Academy at one time. Or he went to Banff Academy, that's what it was. I think he taught in Elgin.
Yeah, we used to always get him over places like Rothes and Elgin.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Referee supervisor now, or I don't know what they call them anymore. Is it coordinators or supervisors? Like him and Bill McCray are both referee supervisors now.
Yeah, I think all that old school guys are all doing that supervisory, and which is it's disappointing. Well, disappointing. That's what it is. But these guys were good referees.
Yeah, yeah. Oh well, Paul Campbell has recovered after a bit of treatment with the magic sponge, and Brock will look to knock this one forward. We've only got 3 minutes to the break, so the pressure's on. Kieran Simpson staying up, looking for some of that, but it's offside. I don't know, maybe Paul Barber off offside there.
Scott got caught there. I don't know why. I mean, it's he should have read that.
2 minutes to half time when you don't want to lose another goal, Billy.
No, either side. I think both will be comfortable going at 2-2 and regroup and go again.
Ryan Cowie looking for Scott Barber, who's been manhandled a little bit, but he wins it. And he played in Harris, but again,
Gary just went a touch earlier.
Gary just off the shoulder of the last defender.
Yeah, he's just made his run. He's aware of what's behind him. He's kind of hoping that he's.
Barber showed his strength there, the holding off.
Yeah, it's got
big substitute, Aidan Quinn.
So strong.
McLean puts his hands to his head there, but there was a free kick.
Well, he showed his experience there. Just felt like the contact that went down. Don't think it was much in it, but gets Fraserburgh
head.
Park. Yep, using the experience. Well done, Walt.
Paul Lee suspending his red jumper. Used like yellow, Billy, if I remember rightly. Used to wear yellow a lot.
Along with a few other colours. You wouldn't get away with these days. It was always a subject to a lot of debate when I rocked up at the start of the season with multicoloured shirts.
I remember those as well, Billy, the multicoloured ones. That's a free kick, definitely.
Well, here's a chance, the last minute.
And another booking.
Getting a card as well, I think. No.
Is it a booking? No, it's the spray. The magic spray he was bringing out. I thought it was a card he was going for.
It did look like he was coming out with a card there.
Yeah. Well,
so if we get a decent delivery in here and get the big guys on the end of it.
Quick short free kick to Barber. 45 minutes have come and gone. Can the Broch do something in the added time in first half? Campbell knocks it back in. Looks pretty deep and then goes straight out for a goal kick. So the 45 minutes have come and gone. First half added time.
Pointing into that, it was an opportunity to put the ball in the box. I'd have just liked to see them put the ball in and get the big guys on the end of it. Certainly in the last minute of the first half.
Yeah. Well won by Willie West there. Cleared by Ryan Cowie, long ball forward. It should be Brian Hayes. Can Brian get up? No, Big McLean wins that one again. He's won everything in the air, the big man, isn't he?
Kieran's got that length, and now he's got them turning, so that was excellent for Kieran there.
Couple of short stoppages in the first half, Billy, but nothing really. I don't think there'll be much added time.
No, I Just move it there.
Yeah, we've played a minute and a half now.
Fraserburgh are well in this. They're well in this.
Not very much so after the start, Billy, because after 60 seconds they were a goal down.
It was what we spoke about before. It was the last thing you want to do was lose a goal early, which they did, but the recovery has been fantastic. Yep.
And there goes the half-time whistle from referee Grant Irwin. 45 minutes have come and gone. The score at half-time, Fraserburgh 2, Montrose 2, and a great first half, Billy.
Yeah, excellent. Very entertaining, I have to say. There's nothing in it, as I said. It's nip and tuck, and it's anybody's game, to be honest with you. Fraser will be disappointed, or Mark will be disappointed with the goals we've lost, but no, they've recovered well and got back into the game. So yeah, hopefully the second half can continue in the same vein and get the winner.
In the first minute, Chris Mockery fired Montrose ahead, but then the equaliser came from a controversial penalty, we shall say, Billy, because the ball was driven at the Montrose defender from about 2 yards, but Gary Harris stepped up and slammed it home.
Yeah, very fortunate penalty, I have to say. The Montrose are a bit animated about the award, and rightly so. But yeah, Gary steps up and gives the goalkeeper no chance, and then right back in it.
And 4 minutes later, Fraserburgh turned the game on its head when Scott Barber hammered it home from about 6 yards, turned and hammered it in.
Yeah, it's what Scott's all about. Right place, right time. Ryan didn't really get a good connection on it, but Scott's sort of peeled off and just got the end of it and made it 2-1, and yeah, they were right in it at that point.
And a scrappy equaliser from Fraserburgh's point of view just after the half-hour mark, 31 minutes, when Graham Webster levelled.
Yeah, and I think, as I said, that came from slack pass in the middle of the pitch for Paul, which is uncharacteristic of him. It's not like him, but we never really recovered from that ball being played forward, and as you say, it was pretty scrappy, but they look threatening when they get into the last third inside the box. We need to get closing that down because they do look a threat.
Fairly even for the rest of the half though, Billy.
Yeah, nothing else, nothing in it. The goalkeeper's loads of saves to make. So no, it's been a real good entertaining cup tie, I have to say.
Okay, we look forward to an exciting second half here at Belsley. Billy and I are going to take what you call a comfort break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes' time. See you shortly. Well, comfort break over. We're back in the stand here at Belsley, and I've just been handed all the other half-time scores. If you don't have them, it's Ayr United 0, Clyde 1, Brora Rangers 1, Stranraer 0. That goal for Brora coming from Dale Gillespie from a penalty, ex-Rothes midfielder, of course. Dundee 0, St Johnstone 1, Dundee United 0, Partick Thistle 1. A bit of a surprise there at Tannadice. I know one chairman of a Highland League club won't be happy with that score. Fraserburgh chairman Finlay Noel was a big Dundee United fan, of course. It's East Fife 0, Morton 0, Forfar 1, Edinburgh City 2. For Martin 0, now Motherwell 2. A second goal for Motherwell 4 minutes from a break. Hamilton Accies 0, St Mirren 1, Livingston 0, Wraith Rovers 1. Stennismuir 0, Kilmarnock 2, and of course the lunchtime game finished Dumbarton 0, Aberdeen 1. So, Billy and I are just doing a little bit of filling in time. Did anyone notice that's listening or watching us, our coverage this afternoon, that marvellous documentary a few nights ago about the late, great Jack Charlton? Well, it was one of the best documentaries I've ever seen about football. It was full of pathos. It was a great insight to a legendary manager and player who sadly suffered with Alzheimer's later in his life. And Billy, we had both the chance to meet Jack Charlton because I had the pleasure of being MC at your testimonial dinner in Peterhead, and guest speaker was none other than Jack Charlton. He was a lovely man, wasn't he?
Yeah, Dave, he absolutely was. I did watch the documentary myself, and I found it extremely sad to see a great man, what he latterly became in his illness, which is it's never good. And there was a part in there that he's been captain with Republic of Ireland, Paul McGrath, and he managed to recognise who he was on a PC, and it was just a hell of a sad moment just to watch that. But no, yeah, Jack came up, did my testimonial in 2001, which is 20 years ago. 20 years ago this year.
Seems like yesterday, Billy.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And there's still guys speak about that night to this day about how good a night it was. Jack came up and Jack was supported with John Gagan on my testimonial that night. And a lot of my late father and a lot of his mates and that obviously were more au fait with the stories that Jack was telling through the World Cup times, and they just thought it was fantastic to have a guy like that up here. I was very lucky to get him. It came up out of the blue. It was Lossiemouth were having a dinner and they were looking for someone to support, because due to finding out the costs and things, and it just luckily came to myself. But he met him. He came in that night and was just a top guy. And it was just amazing to be in his company and for him to support what was a big night for me. But yeah, it's just, and I said it's just sad. It was sad when the day he passed away, and just because I'd had the pleasure of meeting him. So yeah, so it was a great evening for everyone concerned, and yeah, it was.
My memories of that time was he was staying at the Downs Hotel in Aberlour, would you believe, Billy, fishing. And I picked him up at I think about 2 o'clock, took him to the Palace Hotel in Peterhead. We did the dinner, and the next morning we were up bright and breezy because we were going fishing again in the Spey the next morning. So I think we left Peterhead about 6:30. We got to Aberlour, and I was just going to head into work, and he said, "No, you're not going to work, David. Just come and have breakfast with me. My treat, we'll have breakfast in the Downs." So we had a lovely cooked breakfast, reminiscing about football and the night before. And later that day I picked him up at 5 o'clock. We went to Lossiemouth. We did the dinner together at Lossiemouth, and I dropped him off around about 1 o'clock back at the Downs, and that was the last time I met Big Jack. But he was, as you say, Billy, he was a lovely man, and having spent all those hours in the car with him speaking about football, he was a football man.
Yeah, and part of that documentary, parts that I didn't realise just how much effect he had in Republic of Ireland on various fronts. I mean, he was doing things that were getting reactions that politicians wouldn't get. The people that come out when they come back from tournaments, and some of that footage I'd never seen before, and it was just incredible. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't welcome there to start with. They really didn't want him there. No. But why he was never knighted is a surprise for what he did for loads of fronts. Mm-hmm. Excellent, really nice chap.
He did mention to me, and I don't know if he was winding me up, Billy, he said that way in the dim and distant past there was a qualification between him and Bobby that would have allowed both of them to play for Scotland if they hadn't played for England. So there must be Scottish blood in them from way back, and that would have been someone to have those two playing for Scotland.
We've been done with that, I think. Yeah, I didn't aware of that one, but yeah, I would have been.
I think it was a wind-up, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, don't know. What he did for Ireland was short and incredible. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, as we see, the Broch players are coming out. No sign of the Montrose players yet, but the Broch are showing how keen they are. They're coming out for the second period. What's your prediction, Billy? I think this could go all the way.
Well, it's very even. I think probably the next goal will be crucial. But my only concern for the Fraserburgh lads would be if it may well go the opposite way, because Montrose have played maybe a lot of football. it's just a fitness thing. The guys are extremely fit. I just hope they can keep it going. But they've got a lot of, the bench is extremely strong. So Mark has got a lot of options there. So I'm quite confident that Fraserburgh can see this through.
Looking at the bench, Billy, who would you see coming on? Personally, I think they might bring, Gary Harris maybe runs out a wee bit of steam.
Yeah,
Paul
I think.
Campbell's a good option.
I would think that would be the nature. The first change would probably be looking at Paul Campbell, because Paul can run and he can get beyond if he can get balls in behind. Sean Butcher again. He's come on and changed games in the past. He's another goal scorer.
Young Lewis Duncan.
Yeah, Lewis is ex-Aberdeen. I haven't seen that much of Lewis, to be honest with you. Obviously, with lockdown winner, I got an opportunity.
Reminds
to
me
see.
of Charlie Duncan.
Yeah, okay.
That sort of aggressive nature.
Yeah, that may well be for later in the game when the game opens up a bit. So yeah, but it's an extremely strong Aidan Coombe again. Aidan's a fantastic talent as well. So none of that guys will come on and weaken that side, that's for sure.
And as for Montrose, there's like a Lewis Hawke and Craig Johnson, who got the hat-trick against Nairn County. He's a goal scorer.
Yeah, well, if you score a hat-trick and you find yourself out of the team, then yeah, as I said at the start, I think it was maybe around just sort of them freshening, because they've got a lot of games to play. I think they're back in action on Tuesday again, I think.
Yeah. Well, here we go. We're set for the second half here at Belsley. Fraserburgh 2, Montrose 2. Something's going to give. The game will be played to a finish this afternoon, and one of these teams will find themselves in the last 16 of the Scottish Cup. Referee blows his whistle, and we're off for the second half. Let's hope Fraserburgh can keep it tighter than the first 60 seconds, Billy.
Yeah, again, I think probably the early part of this half as well will be crucial for them.
Oh, I noticed the Montrose very vociferous backroom staff haven't joined us in the grandstand yet, but of course they're maybe just having a cup of tea possibly.
Yeah, certainly vocal.
Gary Harris making his presence felt there on Andrew Steeves. A little push in the back there. That's a throw in for Montrose. Well, this time the first half, Brock were a goal down, Billy, so they've done better this half.
yeah. As I said, 10 minutes. Just keep it tight, stay in it, and then we'll go for there.
Still lovely sunshine here at Belsley, but it's not the warmest. Certainly up the back of the stand here. It's Fred Perry's got a big hat on next to us there. Former Aberdeen and Dundee United and Scotland under 21 international Mark Perry doing the statistics of the game today. He's got his big duty on.
Yeah, played here a long time, but I've never ever sat here before. It's not the warmest.
Right, it's a better start the second half by Fraserburgh. Ball into the box there, looking for danger man Scott Barber.
That was good for Scott. It's keeping them in their last third. Nail it. Don't let him out.
Yeah, closed down well there. The League One side know they're in the game, Billy, that's for sure.
They do.
Lewis Duncan looks a bit like Owen Cairns, actually.
He does a bit. I've seen him warming up, and I thought it was Owen. And
Cairns will be pushing the back, but Cairns picks it up. He plays it to Paul Young. Good ball at the back of the box. Oh, well cleared there by substitute defender Aidan Quinn. That was a great ball with Barber ready to pounce at the back post.
That was a fantastic delivery in there for Paul there just now. It's very difficult to defend that ball. Defended it well there.
No surprise who's taking the dead ball for Fraserburgh. It's Ryan Cowie looking to float this one in. He's going to play this one at an outswinger with his left foot, very cultured left foot. Oh, there's a handball there. There was a handball there. Referee didn't see it.
Well, I would suggest that was more of a penalty
The
than what
first
we got
one.
in the first half, because his
I think
hands
you're right.
were high.
I think you're right. I think maybe Montrose got away with that one. I think it was Paul Watson, number 8, that handled that one. But they even themselves out these things, Billy.
They say that. They say that. Probably doesn't feel like that at the time.
At
But
the time, yeah. That's offside. And it's a long clearance from Paul Leask. Looking for Jamie Begrey. Paul Young can't keep it in though. Long throw in. Won by Brian Hay. Another bearded wonder, Brian Hay. Had a beard for a long time, hasn't he? McLean winning everything in the air there again.
yeah, it's a bit. The passage is a bit scrappy just now.
Nobody able to put their foot on the ball and
get the ball down and
control it.
make some passes. It's going long.
Begrey going long, looking for Barber. And that was a free kick. That was a free kick. And a couple of the Brock officials telling me, Billy, they thought it was a red card, possibly that yellow card near the end of the first half. It was merited a red card. We didn't see particularly good view of it.
It could have been. Like I say, I don't believe there was a lot of malice. I think there was a lot of intent there, but he was certainly late. I don't like to see players getting sent off.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
It spoils games.
Very true. There was a slight breeze there, possibly in the Brock's favour, if there is any breeze. Kicking down their favoured way towards the town. Good control by Owen Cairns, setting up Brian Hay. Gary Harris did well there also. That's Cairns going a wee bit of a run. He's looking up as he could go on himself. He tried to pick out Harris, but the ball just didn't go through.
Yeah, Gary did fantastic there. He held it up superbly, allowed Owen to pick it up, drive on.
Expect the game to spread later on, maybe, Billy.
Yeah, when you get about 60 minutes on, the game will open up. 10 or so kick in, and both managers will be looking at their benches for people that can make a difference.
Especially having to play a competitive game for 4 months in the Brock's case.
I mean, I can't overemphasise that. I mean, it's incredibly difficult for these lads to not have been played since January to come to this level of game. It's testimony to them.
Broad sure it can be done though.
Yeah, and I guess, and I would imagine the Highland League sides that are in action today have taken a lot from that. It can be done if you apply yourself correctly and you get the right breaks.
Well, there's nothing between the two teams again in the second half so far. Spread it wide this time to Cairns. He'll give it to Harris. Good defending though.
Yeah, they don't. Just in the first half, they didn't mess about. They just clear their lines and then they start defending for the throw-in.
We're joined by the Montrose backroom staff in the stand again. Tony Bullock and his pal. Great play by Owen Cairns, bursting into the... Oh, and he loses it. Yeah, he fouled him there, but is he going to be booked? I think Cairns is going to pick up a yellow card for this one. A tackle on Lewis Milne as the ball had gone away.
I think
just a wee word in his ear.
That second challenge was taking one for the team there, because Montrose were looking dangerous at that point.
Nothing malicious about that one though, Billy. It's just a wee word in his ear.
Yeah, I think he's just been late. He's just overstretched.
Ron Cairns is a physiotherapist, if I remember rightly. He's a physiotherapist, I think.
Okay.
He's trained as a physio. Another physio you remember well from your playing days. He works at Aberdeen Royal Infirmary as a physiotherapist. Derek Nichol, former Keith striker.
Yeah. First I knew of that it was my mother was in hospital and I met Derek coming along the corridor. What are you doing here? He just said, "Look here."
He works there, yeah.
First time I'd seen him. Yeah. But yeah,
Derek worked all through the lockdown, of course, him and all the people who work in hospitals and doctors, nurses. They've done a fantastic job looking after everyone.
definitely.
Of course, Derek, like yourself, Bill, appeared on Northern Lights with Martin Johnson and myself during the summer, last summer.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. It was good fun, that is to say. It was a good series that you guys put on there. It was good.
Great fun. 25,000 viewers in the end, Billy.
Yeah, it was, as you said, you didn't expect that to be like that, and it just grew and grew and grew week on week.
Yeah.
And you had some real high-profile guests in there. So it was good.
That was great fun. Great fun. Maybe we'll do it again one day. And young Owen Cairns picks that one out nicely. Looking for Gary Harris, and he finds him. Should be a Brock throw. Harris looking for a quick one. Oh, Barber's being held there. Now that's a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge, but I think it's a foul.
Good old-fashioned shoulder bars.
I think it is a foul. Terry Masson knocking Gary Harris into the
This is a great chance for Ryan to deliver into the box. if Ryan can capture this correctly and get delivery, this could cause problems.
Well, big Kieran Simpson's coming up, Brian Hayes coming up, Wally West's coming up. Surprisingly good in the air, Wally West, for a little fella, isn't he?
Wally's a good lad. He's scored a lot of goals, we said.
It could be a pivotal moment, this one. The free kick from wide on the right. The left-footed from Ryan Cowie. It's a great ball, but too near the keeper.
Yeah, you're looking for one of your strikers to come across the goalkeeper there. That was a good delivery for Ryan. You need one of them to support that.
Yeah. Montrose going long again, but aimlessly that time, just straight to Paul Leask. That should be back to the keeper again. The Australian, Aaron Lennox. He's looking to play it long again. McLean with his hand up. Willie West wins that duel though. I would say these defenders are a bit rattled by Barber, aren't they?
They are. He's causing all sorts of problems.
I don't think it was offside there. Barber came back on an onside position. Very cagey this second half so far, Billy.
It is. There's not a lot in either box. It's settled down a bit, which is crucial. You stay in it and you don't lose the next goal.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think that's a foul, that one. One, Brian Hay there. When Cairns brings it down, looking for the run from Harris, but only succeeds in knocking it out of play. McLean could do nothing with that one with Brian Hay up his back. The football these days are really light compared with the ones you started your career with, Billy, I'm sure.
Yeah, the one of that, but the ones that we played with the early days was Mitre Multiplex. They were quite heavy, but then they got lighter as the years went on.
Yeah. Like a balloon laterally.
Yeah.
Sammy Valentine pushing forward, looking for Big McLean, and he wins the ball. Owen Cairn puts his head down dangerously there, but he got away with it. And Paul Leask picks up the ball as it was about to go out for probably a corner. A bit of a lull in the game at the moment. We were both goalkeepers, Billy. Something I never really understand. I used to, kick the ball up or throw it up. These days, the goalkeepers often put the ball down in the deck and kick it from a, rather than off their hand. It didn't happen in our day. No. Certainly not in my day.
No, it's definitely, that's the modern way now. Everyone wants to start for the back and play like Man City, although not everybody's got players like Man City to do it, but everyone wants to do it. So.
Is it to do with the trajectory of the ball landing at the strikers? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I must have, in the early part of the season I used to like doing it because you could fire it in, yeah. Mm-hmm. But then as the season went on and the grass and everything got heavier, it was a bit more difficult to do it. Certainly some of the pitches that we were playing.
Christie Park in a February.
Exactly. So you lose your back foot and suddenly you're looking pretty silly. So no, I wasn't the place to be doing it. But no, it's certainly the modern way. Certainly in the senior leagues, it's you very rarely see guys kicking it long for hand.
Yeah. Ball played in, looking again for Barber, but big centre half was food and drink to him there. Our friends from Montrose have vacated the stand again. God knows where they've gone, but they're no here. You can't hear them anymore.
Certainly quiet.
Paul Young's had a quiet game though, hasn't he?
Yeah, he hasn't been his usual, but so here's another chance for another delivery into the box. Ryan needs to get one on the money here, and
Paul, the son of Jimmy Young, or the nephew of Jimmy Young?
It's Paul's son. Yeah.
Paul's son.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy's son.
It's Jimmy's son.
Jimmy's son. Jimmy Young
right,
played for donkey's years. Probably played almost as long as you, believe it.
He did. Yeah, he was before me.
Cowie now, can he deliver this one onto a head in the box? No, he can't. He delivered it onto a foot from Montrose, and it's gone for a corner. But
we've got a corner, so this is his. If you can get a delivery coming in for here.
That's an hour on the clock. Still Fraserburgh 2, Montrose 2. What can Ryan Cowie do this time? It's a good delivery. The keeper gets a big fist to it. Good fist the keeper got Lennox to that one. And Owen Cairns does well to get ahead on that one as well. Keep the pressure on. More head tennis. Oh, there's a break here from Montrose. It's 3 against 4. Somebody needs to close him down. Ball in. Straight through to Paul Leask. I expected more from Montrose there, Billy.
Yeah.
That's a free kick. Barber being held back there. He's got it though. He's still got it. Scott Barber looking for the 1-2. Harris trying to play it through a gap. I think Barber's being held there, Billy.
Yeah.
Bit of pressure from the Brock here.
There.
Owen Cairns can't keep it in, but I thought Barber was being held back there. It looked like a free kick.
Yeah, it's a danger there. Montrose were on the break. Fraserburgh committed a lot of players up the pitch, and then you get caught. To keep your shape in open play, they're not really threatening. It's just when you get caught with people up the pitch.
Yeah. Cairns again does well to keep the pressure on. Brook certainly aren't running out of steam, Billy.
No, the energy levels look really good. Really good.
Barber thought he was offside there, so he didn't go for that one. Again, a big ball looking for McLean. This time it's won by Kieran Simpson. $18 minutes gone in the second half. Still tied at 2-all here at Belsley. Good play there by Brian Hay, nodding it back to keeper Leask. That's a good ball from Cowie and again Barber looks to have been held by the big centre half there. Yeah, catches Gary Harris in the heel. The ball's been an awful lot in the air today, Billy.
It is.
That favours Montrose, you would think, and a substitute.
We need to get the ball down and
substitute
some
for
passes.
Montrose. There we go. Who's going off? Number 8 is going off. That's Paul Watson going off. And he's being replaced. Well, let's see his number. I'll tell you in a minute. We don't know these Montrose boys, just looking at them. But we'll find his number shortly. It's number 16. It's Craig Johnson who scored that hat-trick at Nairn. So it's a goal scorer on. Midfielder off and a goal scorer on. Here we go, Billy. Chance for Montrose. Ooh. Should have done better.
He really needs to hit the target there.
Webster should have done better. Expected the ball to bulge in the net there, possibly.
Yeah, he's found a pocket there and he should have scored.
Webster scored at Nairn and he scored again against his Fife in the 3-0 win last Tuesday night. So he's in a fine vein of form as well.
Yeah, I think he played, I think he was at Dundee when he was younger through the administration years, the years that they went into administration, and Dundee gave a lot of young players some chances because of we had to pay everyone off.
Yeah, and that's it. Not that distant past in Dundee's history.
No, it's not. It's not. A lad that I worked with myself, Conor Rennie, he was there. He was there at the same time as Graham. And they were all given opportunities at that time to play in the first team.
He landed up at Devon Vale, Conor Rennie, I think.
Yeah, he did. And then he latterly finished at the locals.
Yeah. Brian Hay wins the ball again. It's a good game, Brian Hay. This is where you've got to be vigilant, though. Break by Paul Young, looking for Harris. Harris holds it up. A bit tight there, Bill.
Yeah, I need to open the game up.
Referee's taking a card out. Who is it? Oh, he's flashing it at somebody. God knows who. Was it Paul Young? Was it Gary Harris? Paul Young.
It looked like it was Paul who got it.
We couldn't quite see that from the back of the stand there. Did Paul leave a boot in, maybe? Fairly nondescript, that flash of the card. He just
yeah, just in the general direction of both, really.
It's a good tackle there. Montrose plays it wide, looking for Big McLean, but once again it's Kieran Simpson gets his head to the ball. Brock a chance to break with Paul Campbell.
Kieran's had a good game as well. He's done well.
He's done well, yeah. Looking for Barber there. There's a sub coming on for the Brock. Billy Dew right now is the man putting a strip on. Is it Paul Campbell?
I think it is.
Paul Campbell. Paul Campbell. It is Paul Campbell number 14. I would suggest maybe Gary Harris will be coming off.
It could be. It could be.
Harris has run himself into the ground. He's done well. Of course, scored with that penalty.
He's done acceptable.
An able replacement, Paul Campbell.
Yeah, I think the game's kind of changed slightly. It probably is more
stretched
to Paul's liking now. As I said, he can get balls. If balls go long, Paul can get in behind, get his legs stretched. And Gary's not that kind of player. Gary's more into feet, but to try and get in behind them, it's probably a good change.
Yeah. There's a big man coming forward again from Montrose from this corner kick. Going to be taken by number 11, Lewis Milne. He'll no doubt be looking for McLean. And Big Quinn there at the back as well. Oh, well won. Well won there by, I think it was Jamie Beagrie got ahead to that one. The substitution about to happen, and it is Paul Campbell coming on, and it is Gary Harris who was suggested, Billy. So 67 minutes on the clock. We're halfway through the second half. On comes Paul Campbell for Gary Harris.
Yeah, as I say, game, it's kind of tailor-made for Paul. If he can get balls, get him running at them. So we'll see how that works out.
Ball again. Oh, and a great goal. Overhead kick. And it is Russell McLean with a brilliant overhead kick. Halfway through the second half, 68 minutes, Russell McLean with an overhead kick. Super goal, Billy.
Yeah, good improvisation for the guy. Yeah, the guys will be disappointed. But fair play to him.
He took it well.
Yeah, he's took it well.
I can't even note that one down. I've put my pen somewhere and I've no idea where it is. Never mind. I'll borrow Billy's pen. There we go. But a super strike. Fraserburgh 2, Montrose 3 with that Russell McLean overhead kick. And the Brock need to come back quickly now.
Yeah, there's been nothing in this half, and that's
good ball across, and it's Paul Young nodded it forward, and it was cleared off the line. That was a half chance, Billy.
Yep.
Good ball in. Oh, and it cleared off the line again by Montrose. Comes back as far as Mancowie. Montrose under pressure now, and another corner.
Yeah, it's another good recovery for the guys. They've lost a goal and then right back on the front foot.
And it was a goal out of nothing, Billy.
It was. There was been nothing in the game. And he's just swung a leg at it, but it was a good finish from his point of view.
"20 minutes to go. What can the Brock do?" Keeper drops it. Oh, and still there. Keeper dropped it right at the foot of a Brock attacker, but play is still playing here. This is where they can be dangerous, though, breaking away. Scotty Barber. Oh, nothing in that at all. I don't think the keeper made the most of that. Don't think Barber connected, did he?
No, he's. I don't think Scott's even seen him there.
Maybe winded slightly, but the referee's not taking any notice of him anyway.
His own teammate aren't taking any notice of him either, so I think they realise there's not a lot wrong with him.
I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I think he was maybe wasting a moment or two of time. I'd be closing him down, Billy.
I don't know where he's going, like. It's he got the free kick.
Oh, he's giving a free kick. The keeper. Keeper carried on if he just laid the ball and was carrying on from there. Well, Fraserburgh need to step up now and see if they can get an equaliser, take the game into extra time. Ooh. Couldn't pick that one out. It's back to Paul Leask. Fraserburgh ball. A great chance for Paul Campbell to come into the game and do something, Billy.
Yeah, he's not really getting into the game since he came on, but there's time. That wouldn't surprise me to see Sean Butcher to be the next change.
Yeah. Another attacker.
Yeah.
Or possibly Lewis Duncan as well. Oh, warming up at the moment.
Right, David, looks like Lewis.
Somebody's stripping off. I think that's Lewis Duncan. Looking at
Yeah, it looks like Lewis. Yeah.
I think it could be former Don, Lewis Duncan. latest scores from the other High League teams. It's still Brora Rangers 1, Stranraer 0. Stranraer a goal disallowed for offside. And it's for Martin 0, Motherwell 4 now. Motherwell 2 months strength for the High League outfit at North Lodge Park.
Yeah, Paul will be disappointed with that. It's against his old team, Paul Lawson.
Yes, of course. Yeah, his old team. Motherwell, Ross County, Celtic, of course. Back to the action here at Belsley, and I think Lewis Duncan's about to come on in the middle of the park. Who's coming off? Kieran Simpson appears to be going off, so they're going for it. Centre half off, attacking midfielder on. So it's Woolley West. Bigre's 3 at the back. Bigre, Brian Hay and Woolley West. That's the 3 at the back now, so they're going for it. Fraserburgh, another attacking option on. They kind of had to though, Billy, hadn't they? 3-2 down.
Yeah, you're getting to the latter stages. You need to take the game back to Montrose.
Paul Campbell causing a problem. Whoa! A deflection there.
Yeah, that's what Paul can give you.
Wrong-footed the goalkeeper, and it goes for a corner. Paul Campbell's first real touch of the ball.
Yeah,
Billy.
it's just showing a bit of threat.
I think Brock's still got an equaliser in them here, haven't they?
They'll get an opportunity. There will be opportunities. It's just whether we can take it.
It's far too deep this time by Cowie.
It's too much on it.
Football without a crowd's funny, Billy, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's
Strange.
obviously watched quite a lot of it in television, and it's not the best. And same here today. This place we were packed under normal circumstances.
Yeah. Long ball played forward, looking for Paul Campbell. I expect the box to throw everything at Montrose in the last 15 minutes. None to lose, Billy.
You can certainly guarantee that they'll give it their best in the last 15.
Yeah, nothing to lose, have they? That's a foul on young Cairns, but he does well. Comes forward.
Sure, much advantage there. He was running into traffic. So.
Yeah, he ran into traffic. He still got it. That was a free kick this time. The referee at last is giving a free kick or foul on Owen Cairns. He's a terrier, isn't he?
Yeah, he's dogged. He's dogged. Really trying to pick out a decent delivery here. He threw in some decent corners in the first half, but his last few have been short of his normal standard. He's playing it.
Oh, he picks out Barber. The short one.
He needs support. Scott needs to get someone.
Nobody with him.
No,
he
did well there. There was no one supporting him.
No, not a soul. Nobody going to him either.
Yeah, that would be where probably Gary Harris would. It's the kind of thing he would spin off. But Scott's no support there.
Come on then this time. And Lewis Duncan. He's a bit of a terrier as well. Former Don, but a Brock boy, of course. Good play by Grant Campbell this time. Gets it in. A bit of sustained pressure by the Brock, and there's another substitute.
Yeah, we're just getting a bit ahead of steam up.
Yeah, substitution for Montrose. I think you'll take the player furthest away, and there he is, walking, ambling, shambling. Chris Mockery scoring that first minute goal.
Yeah, he's not in a rush either, is he?
Taking his time. Oh, he's got the energy to have a wee jog. It's a good thing to do though. Farthest away player.
Yeah.
Take him off. Waste a minute.
That's what you do if you're winning.
If you're winning. We're doing that if they were 3-2 down, I don't think, Bill. So who's this coming on? We'll soon find out. Number 22. Is it number 22, Billy? They've not got a number 22. Now, there we go. We're at odds. We've no idea who it is. Could it be Cammy F. Ballantyne having changed his jumper? I don't know. Hope he doesn't score.
Well,
they've not got a number 22 in the team lines.
It'd be an interesting one if he got sent off, because he's not in the team lines, but well, not the team lines we've got anyway.
Well played there by Paul Young. Picks out Owen Cairns. It is Cammy F. Ballantyne. So we've got two Cammy Ballantynes. I'm reliably informed. Two Cammy Ballantynes on the park at the same time. Well, Duncan will be in here. Eleven minutes left, Billy. Can the Broch do it?
Yeah, I still think there's opportunities in it for them.
Every time in the past we've seen Fraserburgh scoring
Yeah,
last couple of minutes.
Yeah. Down the hill, they still look like good energy, so yeah. Always hopeful.
Still got another substitute up their sleeve. Might Aidan Combe maybe get a run out?
Possible, yeah, Aidan or possibly Sean, as I said earlier. But
Sean Butcher, yeah.
Just these are the guys that are likely to give you goals. But.
That's what you got to go for. Got to go for a goal now. Paul Campbell closing in. He's nodded back to goalkeeper Lennox. I think Montrose will just take their time about everything now. They'll be delighted if they get a win to come out of Belsley with a victory and into the round of the last 16 of the Scottish Cup. Owen, you're turning into trouble there. He's dogged though, he's got it back again. And Campbell looking for Paul Campbell.
Follow Paul.
Paul using his weight there, his physical abilities to gain a throw in. And ball's out the park. What can Fraserburgh do in the remaining 10 minutes or so? And Campbell plays it in the back. Good ball, well taken by Lennox. Well taken by the big Australian keeper. Nine minutes on the clock plus injury time.
I think we need to go and close them. We need to speed these guys up a bit.
Yeah, Montrose will just happily sit in now, will they? Big McLean held back. He's had a really good game for Montrose and capped with that goal.
Yeah, he's done well.
Is that a ex-Fraserburgh player complimenting an ex-Peterhead player? Did I hear that Billy?
Yeah, it happens now and again.
Good clearance there by Grant Campbell. The Broch need to pull something out the fire now in this remaining few minutes, though. They won't do it like that.
Yeah, it's
scrappy.
Yeah. It kind of suits Montrose where we're at the minute.
Yeah. A chance to build it up again. Looking square. Grant Campbell plays to Owen Cairns. He looks for Scott Barber. Scott's been quiet since he scored his goal, but doesn't need much for him to come right back into the game with a bang. Danger here on the break for Montrose, but well read by Brian Hay.
That was a pass back for Brian there.
Yeah, it was a nice touch back to the keeper.
Lucky it wasn't me there.
Good height for the keeper. Well won by Paul Young. Ball's in the air an awful lot again. It plays into Montrose's hands. Head tennis again. Just checking the watch. We've got 7 minutes plus added time to go here at Belsley. In this thrilling Scottish Cup tie score still, Fraserburgh 2, Montrose 3. The second half hadn't the intensity of the first half, but it's still been a really good cup tie, Billy.
Yeah, it does. It does. As you say, there's not the same quality in the second half, with the goal apart. And it's been in there a lot more.
Yeah. There's Paul Campbell looking for the ball. And it's a throw in. They'll keep the pressure on. And a final substitution for Fraserburgh.
Sean Butcher.
Who have we got? It's Grant Campbell going off. There's Butcher coming on. Again, natural goal scorer. Not the biggest, but he's quick and he knows where the back of the net is. So Brock throwing everything into the last 6 or 7 minutes. He's a good delivery this time from Owen Kearns.
Some deliveries into the box.
It's food and drink with a big high ball for the Montrose players. A bit of a break here. Brock pushing men forward. Oh, that was poor.
Yeah,
that was poor.
That is a danger that we've got to go for.
Is it? And a half chance there. Game's really stretched now, Billy.
Yeah, as I said, that's the danger. By pushing men forward, you're always likely to get picked off. But
Brock's got 4 strikers on now. Going
yeah,
for it.
Just needs one to fall.
No, you're not going to do it like that. Jamie Beagrie, very speculative, miles over the crossbar.
He's not known for his 30-yarders, is Jamie.
No. Good in the air though.
Yeah, excellent player.
Beagrie's pushed forward as well. Brock with four up front now. 3-3-4 formation, Billy.
Yeah, this needs must. You just have to gamble and hope you get a break.
Well, as it stands, you're going out, so you might as well just go for it. Job picking, there's no man in the match here, I don't think, Billy. There was job picking a man in the match, actually. There's nobody really stood out, is there?
It's been a good. Everyone's done their bit. You see, there's nobody that's standing.
Montrose will slow it down, take their time, take every second. You've got 3.5 minutes plus stoppage time. It's well one there. They're taking it into the corner, Billy. To test that as well. I hate that.
Yeah, it's one of these things.
That's a Brock throw in. Didn't work for him. A wee bit of afters there with number 16, Craig Johnston, getting involved. Oh, it's now or never for Fraserburgh, Billy.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to get any traction up there.
Montrose happy to see the game out. Oh, Brian, that was not what you meant.
That doesn't help the cause.
No. 2.5 minutes and counting. And they're really delaying time now, aren't they? We'll need to get it up the far end and swiftly. I think. Yeah, number 6 made a back for him there. Kind of a little bit of towsiness there. And it's Cammy F. Ballantyne picking up a yellow card there. Wonder what the F stands for, Bill. We'll leave it there. Right. Quality ball expected from Brian Cowie, and it's a great ball in. Well picked out there, well blocked.
Yeah,
that was a good ball.
Like to see Paul be a bit braver there and getting across the front. Needs to come in.
It's a good ball as well. Better height. New ball, please. So, 90 seconds plus. No board here to tell you how much is going to be added on, but it's just down to the referee. So we got a corner. Can Willie get a corner there, Willie West? No, and Cairns too. One touch too many there. Need to get it back quickly. The ball's back. It's back. It's back. Ball's back. Paul Lee's going to launch this one long. Oh! Oh, Ryan Cowie's caught. Chance here for Montrose to finish in style. Does he? He does too. Poor defending by Fraserburgh in the 90th minute. And it's Lewis Milne makes them pay. Body's been thrown forward, Billy, and that's what happens.
A couple of errors there, starting for Paul and then Ryan, and it's probably, in the grand scheme of things, there won't be much difference, but it was a poor goal to give away.
So, I think that's the final nail in Fraserburgh's coffin, sadly. Lewis Milne scoring in the 90th minute. Catalogue of errors, as Billy said. Well, the dream was great while it was alive, and it extended the season for Fraserburgh, Billy.
Yeah, they've given a good account of themselves. I guess at their point they've lost some bad goals, and Mark will be reflecting on that. But it's been a good cup tie.
Wee bit of rustiness, maybe, Billy.
Yeah, it's there's always going to be an issue. You cannot not play for 2 months and expect to be at that level in 90 minutes. It's difficult. But I always thought that the third goal would be crucial. You didn't want to be losing that.
Oh, here we go. Leash picked that one out. Don't know if 4-2 is a fair reflection. No, it's a bit closer than that.
No. Just say this half's been scrappy.
As I say, the bars burst now, Billy. But maybe Fraserburgh can get a third one just to make the scoreline reflect a little bit better. Chance to Barber. Is he going to cut in? Is he going to go wide? He's going wide. It's a corner. Late corner for Fraserburgh, but the second 45 have come and gone. We've played 90 seconds of stoppage time. Can Fraserburgh get a consolation third goal? Back post header with Brian Hay, but no problem for Aaron Lennox in the Montrose goal.
Nice.
Gathers safely, the big Australian goalkeeper. I think he's going to kick the ball up the field, and the referee will probably blow for full time any second. Now we call that one, right, Billy?
Yeah, disappointing end.
It was a disappointing end. Final score, Fraserburgh 2, Montrose 4. Montrose probably deserved it in the end, Billy.
Yeah, I think over the Peace Bowl, as I said, just disappointing. Just the nature of some of the goals that Fraserburgh gave away. Mark would be disappointed with that. This playing against these guys at that level, you give away cheap goals, you can make it hard for yourselves. But credit to the guys, like I said. I mean, they've not kicked a ball since January, and they've come up against a League One side that are flying. So good account given, but sadly it's the end of the season for the guys.
End the season, and probably no more football at Belsley here till probably July or August time, but who knows, it's on the lap of the gods. But from my co-commentator Billy Gordon, myself, Dave Edwards, it's a good afternoon from still a sunny Belsley Park with a final score, Fraserburgh 2, Montrose 4.